Good morning, I'm meteorologist Leonard Josiah with the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. Together, let's take a look at your tropics. As of 11 a.m. this morning, what was Tropical Storm Philip has now lost its tropical characteristics, and all tropical storm watches or warnings have been dropped for the island of Bermuda. Notwithstanding, it continues to bear some clouds and some threat to the island, bringing some risk of tropical storm, or let's say gusty conditions, with some heavy rain and some rough seas. Is on its way towards the north. It will bring some impacts to the island, or let's say the continent of the United States, going up a little bit further towards the north. But you see some clouds stretching further towards the southwest. These clouds are still feeding into tropical storm, or let's say extratropical storm Philip this morning. I will talk a little bit more about that. But we continue to monitor this area out towards the east. It is an association with a tropical wave that is just moving off the African continent. The models are still flirting with the idea that some tropical development will take place sometime in the next 48 to 72 hours as it moves towards the west, but it's forecast to drift on towards the northwest in response to a weak high pressure system. So in terms of impacts to the Eastern Caribbean, we're going to continue to monitor it in terms of any changes that are likely to impact us here in the Eastern Caribbean. But you're looking at the British Virgin Islands and the Leeward Islands, Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to be pausing the imagery for right now so we can talk a little bit more about our tropics. Here is what is now the remnants of Tropical Storm Philip. Has some clouds feeding back towards the south. A tropical wave is just towards the west of the island. It continues to move towards the west, but now we're having some drier atmospheric conditions feeding into the Leeward Islands. Take a look at some of these brown conditions. Some of these brown conditions are related to the hazy skies that are forecast to come across our Twin Island state. And with that, we are looking for a moderate chance that we'll see some increase in haze. So this high pressure ridge will suppress major shower activity over the Leeward Islands. A tropical wave right here, it will continue to move towards the west, and this tropical wave is the one that we will be paying closer attention to in the next couple of days. Let's zoom in a little closer, and already you could see some of those clouds just dotted across the northeastern Caribbean, including Hispaniola and Puerto Rico. Here goes that tropical wave moving towards the west, but we are seeing some browny conditions. The haze is right here. With all this dryness coming into the island chain, we are forecasting that it's not going to be lending a lot to significant rainfall activity. So if you're wondering whether or not we will have tropical storm formation or tropical cyclone formation in the next couple of days, let's rest your hearts at ease. Going on into the weekend, it should be good. We are not hoping for any surprises at all, as high pressure will continue to dominate. So let's focus a little bit more about what is it that we can expect for your Sunday planning and your weekend planning. Or today, Friday, only a slight chance of a shower in Antigua and Barbuda. Let's take you right down to Sunday, and we're looking at all these conditions remaining over our Twin Island state. And with that, we are only forecasting only a minimal passing shower, with the best chances of a shower on Monday. Take a look at your winds out of the southeast today. They're coming back a little bit more east-southeasterly by Saturday, keeping those temperatures still moderately warm at with your overnight lows are slightly a bit warmer at 25 or 77. If you're going to be in Montserrat, the similar weather conditions will tell the tale as we continue to have the drier conditions feeding in over not only the Leeward Islands, but also for the British Virgin Islands, which I will show you in a minute. Your daytime highs in Montserrat will peak as high as 31 or 88. Your overnight lows will be just about 79. Similar weather conditions in St. Kitts. I would not necessarily go through all of that, because what you see in Antigua, what you get in Montserrat, is the very same that you will see going on into St. Kitts, with your overnight lows or the daytime temperatures slightly warmer at 32 or 90. In Anguilla, the very same thing in the British Virgin Islands. Only a slight chance of a shower going right down. Better hopes of a passing shower on Monday. Take a look at your daytime highs in the British Virgin Islands, peaking as high as 31 or 88 and 26 degrees Celsius for an overnight low. That has brought us to the end of your tropical weather update for today, Friday. Remember, thanks for joining us right here at your trusted source, the Antigua and Barbuda Barbuda Meteorological Services. Remember, we are here to serve you, and we're going to be keeping you updated, not only for the hurricane season, but for the days going forward. I would want to leave you with this great hope that your weekend should be grand and bright. Although it might be hot, let's stay tuned for the weather updates coming out of the Antigua and the Barbuda Meteorological Services. I am Leonard Josiah, wishing you not only a great day, but a pleasant weekend.